Hello, welcome to the latest breaking news. In this video, you will see important news on user trending and breaking. Please like this video, subscribe this channel. Chicago Sky want off the coaching carousel, and they believe Tyler Marsh brings a vision for long-term success. Tyler Marsh wasn't sure if this would be the year. Marsh had wanted to be a head coach for as long as he could remember, but he was happy with his role as an assistant coach for the Las Vegas Aces, and with his mentorship under former WNBA Coach of the Year Becky Hammon. So every call Marsh took from a WNBA team this offseason was predicated on curiosity, not complacency. He knew what he was looking for in a new team. And by the end of his first call with Chicago Sky general manager Jeff Pagliocca, Marsh began to feel he had found the right opportunity. "I wasn't in a position to where I felt like I had to rush into a head coaching job," Marsh said. "I was very transparent in that, and I knew that for me to leave, it had to be with an organization and a situation under the right management that had to make sense for me. It had to be a good fit, and that's what I felt in Chicago." After hiring Marsh as their third head coach in 3 years, the Sky want to exit the coaching carousel for good. The last 2 seasons featured the sudden mid-season departure of James Wade in 2023 and an unsuccessful debut by Teresa Weatherspoon this year, with the upheaval leaving the team struggling to find a foothold in the league landscape. Pagliocca said he's committed to building a long-term future with Marsh, and despite the team's recent history, Marsh said he needed no assurances of longevity to buy into the Sky. He felt an understanding with Pagliocca that reminded him of his first conversation with Hammon, a shared vision for how a team and a franchise could move forward. It was a lot of conversation about building the culture of who we want the Sky to be and what pieces, what people, what personalities fit that mold, Marsh said. "We aligned a lot in terms of how we viewed the treatment of people. It was just a connection of how we view life and how we view people and communication. Once you've connected on that level, the basketball part comes kind of second nature." Marsh was impressed by aspects of the Sky's identity last season: effort, intensity, fearlessness. Individual players knew who they wanted to become in this league, but they didn't have the mechanisms to reach that vision. That gives Marsh a straightforward task in his debut season: build a blueprint for success in Chicago. So what does that look like? Marsh doesn't want to crack open his playbook for the public just yet, but the big picture already is coming into focus. Shooting is a primary concern. The Sky took the fewest three-pointers in the WNBA last season, 14.9 per game, barely half the volume of the league-leading New York Liberty. And the Sky didn't make up for that disparity elsewhere on the court, finishing with the league's second-worst field goal percentage, 41.8%. Addressing that weakness will begin in free agency and the draft, as Marsh and Pagliocca work in tandem to cultivate a stronger cast of shooters. Marsh described their approach to scouting the stacked 2025 draft class as all hands on deck. Outside of improving the backcourt, Marsh has another tall task: maximizing the potential of Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese. Both 2024 first-round picks were out of town for Marsh's introduction Tuesday. Cardoso in Shanghai, while playing in the Women's Chinese Basketball Association, Reese in Miami as she gears up for the unrivaled season. But Marsh said he was encouraged by early conversations with both players, whom he characterized as the cornerstones of the franchise. "They're bought in," Marsh said. "They want to be great. They're not content with just making the WNBA. They want to be a force to be reckoned with. And I think that they're a tandem that can certainly continue to do great things in this league." Although both earned all-rookie honors last season, Cardoso and Reese often found themselves flattened into one-dimensional versions of themselves on the court. They leaned heavily into their strengths of rebounding and working the low post, while struggling to finish from close range, create motion off the ball, or connect with guards for post-ups.